I'm continuing my reading, and what I'm doing in this series is read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a little bit as I move along. Now, right now, I am still in Deuteronomy. This is chapter 28. But this chapter is very long, so I will try to cut it down into 2 videos. We will see how it goes. Chapter 28. If Israel is obedient, they shall be blessed temporally and spiritually. If disobedient, they shall be cursed, smitten, and destroyed. Diseases, plagues, and oppression shall come upon them. They shall serve false gods and become a byword among all nations. Fierce nations shall enslave them. They shall eat their own children and be scattered among all nations. There's actually pretty much one single theme to this chapter, but it's going to be complicated, so here we go. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon thee, and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Now, I like that. These blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. You won't even have to go looking for them. They're going to come get you. I like that. Verse 3. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kine, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thine enemies to rise up against thee, to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand to. And he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Now I'm going to pause there. All these blessings, in every way you're going to be blessed. Fruit of thy body, your children. You're going to have a lot of children. Fruit of the field, fruit of the ground, fruit of the cattle, all things. When thou goest in, all your work, as well as all your domestic concerns, will be blessed. But I love that enemies come against thee one way, meaning they will come in a unified force, but they will flee before thee 7 ways, meaning they will be completely routed. They will not be able to maintain their unity. They will just flee in a scattered. So I like that. I like the way that's put. Verse 9. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of the ground, in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath, if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods, to serve them. So it's kind of a repeat of the same blessings, but I do like that. You will not be his good treasure. But you will be only above, not beneath. The people will know that you are the chosen of God, that you have the light of God with you. These are all great blessings. People will look to Israel as kind of the example of the perfect nation. All nations will be below them in wealth and in power. They will lend but not borrow. I like that, the way that's put too. You will have so much money that you will be able to lend it out and not have any risk in lending it out. And you won't need to borrow any because you'll have enough for yourself. All great blessings, but now the tables turn. This is if they are obedient. And the same thing will apply to, I think the same thing would apply to any nation. Any nation that sets God as their goal, as their leader, that nation is blessed. Here's what happens when we turn away from God. Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Again, notice, you won't have to be searching for them. They're going to come get you. Just like the blessings will come get you if you're righteous, the cursings will come get you if you're wicked. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kine and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of the land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. The Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed. Let's pause there. It says the botch of Egypt, boils. The boils and sores, remember that fun plague in Egypt, that's what that's talking about. Hemorrhoids or tumors, this is what emerods is. It's like cancerous tumors or hemorrhoids, things of that nature. So, not a very good thing here, but let us continue a little bit more. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed alway, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. Now I'm going to end it here. That will be the first video. But if we do a basic comparison here, the cursings are the exact opposite of the blessings. Blessed in the city, blessed in the field. Blessed in your children, in the increase of the field, in the increase of fruits and your animals. Blessed in power. It's the same wording there. You are blessed that your enemies will come against you in one way and scatter and flee in seven. But if you are wicked, you are cursed, that you will go against your enemies in one way and flee in seven. Everything is the exact opposite. Even all the pains and boils and sores and all this stuff is being declared. This is just the opposite of God saying that everything will be prospered. You'll be healthy, you'll be happy, or you'll be miserable and you'll be sick. So we got this very opposite going on. Now, a little bit more detail with the cursing, but it's still just the opposite of what the blessings were saying. So we will get back into chapter 18 in the next video, and we will see how these cursings turn out. And I will see you then.